I've never felt as alive as I did that summer. Alive, needed, run off my feet. Every evening we were queued out the door. We had bookings a year in advance. It was the kind of place people of a certain age called hip, while the rest of us rolled our eyes discreetly, not wanting to jeopardise our tips. Back then, when the country still thought it was rich, there was always some brash, impossible customer demanding a table from the hostess just as the dinner rush took hold. These arguments added to the atmosphere, the heat, the energy that ripped around the establishment and kept us going 6 out of 7 nights a week. The restaurant, let's call it T, was in a large ivy-covered building 2 streets over from the Doyle. We served businessmen, politicians, lobbyists, the type of men who liked a side order of banter with their steak and old world red. We learned quickly to talk nonsense about the property market and the boom, though we didn't really have a clue. We just knew that the wages were decent, the customers wore suits, and the tips were sometimes obscene. We only employ college students. Don't be brainless. Don't be nosy. Be tactful. Be knowledgeable. Your Chateauneuf from your Côte du Rhône, your Bouillon from your Bouillabaisse. Your? As if. We got the same pasta tray bake and soggy salad every day before service. It was delicious. It was free. I remember the heat of the kitchens, the huge flat pans with slabs of butter sizzling from midday, though I was fortunate to mostly work dinner when the bigger tables came in. "You'll get cocktails and evenings for sure," Flynn, the bartender, told me with a homicidal grin. Then he muttered some quip that ended in ass to his sniggering colleague. That was the Ireland of the day. Asses replacing bottoms, cocktails replacing pints, quick deals and easy money, opportunities that had taken decades, centuries to filter down. The kitchens were so hot that summer you could feel the burn on your blouse in the throughway, the small space off the main dining room that joined front of house with back. This was the nucleus of the restaurant, where we fired orders on computers, gossiped about customers, and complained about the bar staff who'd let our drink orders back up while busy working their own tips. Double doors would flap open to the kitchens as a runner passed through with 4 plates, the maximum number permitted, and the heat would come at us in short, magnificent bursts that were often accompanied by shouts from the chefs, which would remind us who was really in charge and send us running once more onto the floor. "Yes, sir. No, sir. May I tell you, sir?" It was like a show. It had the buzz of live performance. The customers were a who's who of boom-time Dublin, the men in suits and open-necked shirts, the women in stiff dresses and blow-dries.